'Twas the night before Budstuff, and all through the house, nothing was stirring. Ugh, I fucked that up, didn't I? Hey everyone, how you doing?
Do it again.
No.
Do it again.
No, it's not organic.
No, I want it to be super organic, but take your time with it. Take a deep breath. This is acting.
Ease into it, you know.
Come on, ready? I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4.
'Twas the night before Budstuff, and all through the house, nothing was stirring. Not even all those gay twats down the road. Hi everyone, how you doing? We are back. It's the Christmas special, and we've started with festive cheer. Hello everyone out there.
Festive cheer. Welcome to the festive cheer. Hello, that's Lewis. I'm Isaac Harwood.
Isaac, are you feeling festive?
I was a couple of weeks ago because it's January 9th.
What?
We need to push out some holiday content.
Some hot, sweet, timely content.
So we're going to mix it up a little bit today. Obviously, the movie that we were, what was it, Sisu? That'll be next time because
it's not very Christmassy.
It's not Christmassy at all. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty cheery, stabbing Nazis in the head, but we'll get there next time.
Isaac. Plot of spoilers. By the way, out there, if anyone was offended by the opening of this, listen to something else. It's our general way of approaching things.
Backpedaled. Right, Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's not recent stuff, it's Christmas stuff, right?
Oh, God. Is this a new Seggy, Isaac?
It's a one-off Seggy. Well, it's an annual Seggy.
One per annum. Well, depending on when we record, potentially 2 per annum and none next year.
We'll just cram them all in. We'll do all the Christmases now.
Every Christmas special will be recorded over the next month.
Perfect. Get any nice presents this year, Lewis?
No.
None. No. Nothing for you and the lady? In the bedroom?
Nothing for me and the lady.
Nothing with a big red bow? No? Nothing?
I got an air fryer. That was good.
Lead with that. What kind did you get?
I don't know. I haven't taken it out the box yet because we said that we're moving house and my counters have no space in my small flat.
You got a house for Christmas?
No.
Lewis is rich.
Very much did not get a present as a house, like a house as a present even. It is very much costing me dearly.
Okay, sure. Well, aren't you going to ask about my Christmas?
No, I don't really care.
You don't give a shit about my Christmas. So, what, did you drink any nice cocktails this Christmas? Anything Christmassy? You haven't told me anything Christmassy yet. That's what I'm trying to fucking get at.
I made up our intro, which was Christmas themed and also derogatory towards homosexuals.
Did you actually write that last bit down? Like, you thought about that last bit and you said it, or did you just improvise that at the end? Please say the latter.
I had to take a week off work.
For that last line.
Yeah.
How to be the most offensive.
I like the shock and awe approach to podcasting.
Shock and awe and shame and backpedaling.
Well, no, it wasn't shame nor backpedaling. It was more saying, if you are offended, which some people may be, and that's entirely fair, but piss off.
You're checking your watch. Are you done with me?
Well, I was getting a text.
Stop reading your... Oh,
I have an Apple Watch. I got it for free. So
slightly better. It's hard to argue with that.
My wife wore it for 3 days, and then she took it off and didn't put it back on. So I was just like, "You using that?" So I just took it.
That's the most Christmassy you've been all fucking recording so far. A smile. You even smiled, Lewis.
I got a gin and tonic. That's festive. It's a Wednesday and I have a gin and tonic. There's nothing more Christmassy than midweek drinking.
It's funny because it's Tuesday.
Oh, fucking hell.
Fucking idiot. All right. Lewis, if we are having a Christmas episode, I mean, let's get stuff in.
Have you got your turkey?
Did you have turkey?
I had turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you have turkey. I had turkey twice.
My family used to have a goose. A goose and a salmon.
So bougie.
A goose and a salmon. I know, right? Only later I was like, that's not normal. That's
Wait.
not normal at all. It was delicious, but what?
What does a goose taste like?
And a whole salmon. Like a
Wait,
whole
no.
thing.
A whole salmon, like
Like
the head and the tail on.
a whole fucking fish. Yeah.
Why?
It's Christmas. That's what I thought. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Why?
But a salmon is also a salmon is also something you can't put out on the table for the day and then put away in the fridge and do the same the next day because fish goes bad real quick.
I mean, it was like skinned and shit.
Yeah.
Scaled. And it was prepared. It wasn't just
Scaled
a
and
decoration. No, it was like curled up and like snuck into the goose. Like a turducken, but a goose with a salmon, like this little head sticking out.
What?
It's
I hope you're taking the
No,
piss
that's
now.
normal. That's what I thought was normal. It's just some weird old English thing.
This is where we find out that Isaac is actually
In a
royal
cult.
aristocracy, and they're just like, "Where is the goose?"
Where is the salmon-headed goose fart?
Just a fucking goose standing there with a raw salmon up its arse.
We didn't snake a goose into a fucking salmon into a fucking goose, but we did have a goose and a salmon, and it remains strange.
But Isaac, remember, we have to get stuff in eventually.
There we go. You brought it back round after fucking talking over me, Lewis. I do have a Christmas-themed quiz stuff for you.
Oh, tremendous!
It's a bit of a different one though. I thought I'd go a little off-piste tonight. So, how you'll ruin Christmas according
How
to
Yule?
how it's not spelled like that, but they should have.
Oh my god, that is such an obvious one.
How you will ruin Christmas according to our AI-powered robot.
The robots are taking over Christmas now.
The robots are everywhere.
Elon Musk warned us.
I'm not.
One day,
Did he?
he's going to go full circle. He was at the start, everyone was just like, oh, this guy's great, he's making rockets. And then they were just like, who's this twat that's bought Twitter? That will get us kicked off of X now. And now we're going to go full circle and be like, he warned us about the robots. He warned us.
The savior. He was the one.
Amber Heard tried to tell us.
So I did this quiz just to see if it was actually worthwhile. I can't remember what the answer was, but it was a little bit weird. So let's see what this robot can suggest of how you might ruin Christmas, Lewis.
I'm going to try and make it weirder with weird answers. It's not multiple choice. You can just type anything, right?
You can actually. It's
Excellent.
both. It's both. Well, the
We're
first one
typing.
is. The first one is. It depends. Not all.
Okay.
Of them. First, describe yourself in one word. Do you want the list, or do you just want to give me your
I
description?
want to hear the words, and then I want to completely disregard them.
Smart, introverted, goofy, ambitious, generous, dramatic.
I would like my word to be ravenous.
Okay, Lewis, who do you spend the holidays with? Immediate family, extended family, friends, my partner, in-laws, and guess what? Myself.
Wow, that's real sad. That's a real sad end. Can I type?
No, I'll tell you if you can type.
Oh, what?
I'll tell you if you can fucking type. Just listen.
I was going to suggest something fun,
Just
like
do it anyway.
the mentally unwell and homeless.
Okay.
Right, what are the answers then? Because I wasn't listening.
Who do you spend the holidays with? Immediate family, extended family, friends, partner, in-laws, yourself.
Technically, I spend Christmas Day with the in-laws.
Gotcha. Locked in. Next, pick
Okay.
your favourite Christmas tree, even though you can't see them. I'm going to describe them for you, Lewis.
Isaac, you have a camera that you can put your phone facing towards.
I think it's more amusing this way. It's kind of a close-up of a pretty standard tree. Gold baubles, gold light.
Wait.
red bow.
Wait, is it gold/white lights on it, or are they multicolored lights?
Gold lights.
Okay, good.
It's a very traditional,
Good.
kind of, I'd say,
Yes.
shopping centre tree. It's quite
Yes.
zoomed in there. Then the next one
Yes.
is quite a large tree, very multicoloured. No
Ooh.
decorations, just
That's tacky.
multicoloured. Then we've got like we did this in my office. Like a string light in the shape of a tree taped to a wall with a star at the top.
That's a real office budget tree.
Yeah, it's super budget.
Oh, that's sad.
Next one is this is sadder. This is picture a stick insect, like quite a big one, like we saw in Thailand, with its little arm leg things. It's got 6 of them, right? It's an insect. That's how many branches this tree has. Imagine the stick insect is like standing on its head, so it's like vertical. It's got these long spindly trees to the side and like 6.
This is a terrible description.
And like 6.
So just a very thin,
it's not even a
sparse
tree.
tree.
It's like a foot tall. Okay.
Just twigs.
It's just like twigs, yeah. A palm tree all lit up. It's kind of nice. And then a fucking, what is it, like Times Square tree, like huge red flowers all over it, gold like beads all over the place and shit. Any of those tickle your Christmas clitoris?
My Christmas clitoris. Do you have a go at me for my improv at the start?
Improv.
It's definitely going to be the first one, the traditional, classily lit Christmas tree.
I would have gone for the bundle of sticks and baubles. Finish this sentence in one word. You can write your answer.
Excellent.
When I was a kid, holidays in my house were quiet, chaotic, magical, formal, boring, casual.
When I was a kid, my Christmas holidays...
Holidays in my house were...
violent.
Jesus Christ. It's sad because some people... Anyway.
That's... Whoa. That is not butt stuff.
That's not very butt stuff of you.
Violence is very, very butt stuffy.
Are you leaving violent? You're locking that in? You just want to see what this AI does, right?
Yeah, I want to just fuck with it.
Finally. What's your favourite part of the holidays? Delicious treats! It had an exclamation mark, so I did a voice. The gift of giving and receiving. That sounds dirty, but I'm pretty sure it just means presents.
That's butt stuff.
That's butt stuff. Decorating. Shopping, duh.
Duh.
It says, duh. Shopping, duh. Seeing my loved ones. Or, hold on, there's 1, 2, 3 exclamation marks. It's Christmas jams, my favourite music genre.
Christmas jams. I would rather genuine Christmas chutneys and lovely relishes and things.
Actual jams. Finally, what's your favourite part of the holidays? Treats, giving and receiving, decorating, shopping, duh, seeing my loved ones, the Christmas jams, my favourite music genre.
I'm going to have to go pure butt stuff fashion and say giving and receiving.
Giving and receiving. You like presents. Fucking shocker. Spoiled.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's the best bit.
Let's ruin Christmas, it says on the button. Should we count down like New Year's? How's your New Year's, Lewis?
That's terrible.
Yeah, I know. Give us just a quick... You got 5 seconds. Go on. Highlights.
I was hungover on New Year's Eve.
Were you even awake?
But yeah, I was awake in a pub and just like I can't.
Oh
drink.
my god, in a pub. oh. There's a big button here. It says, "Let's get messy." How I ruined Christmas, 2023. Okay. As you, the indomitable Christmas enthusiast, spent the holidays with your formal and traditional in-laws, chaos ensued. Determined to shake things up, you exchanged elegant wrapping paper for whimsical banana leaf gift wrap. But alas! A playful breeze sent the leaves fluttering about the room, entangling your father-in-law's mustache.
Okay.
I told you it doesn't quite make sense.
Wait, so he's got...
There's leaves in the room.
It was banana leaves, huge leaves.
Playful breeze in the room. Sent leaves.
Because we have the window open.
Sent leaves fluttering around, entangling your father-in-law's mustache. Now, okay, I guess it's just like the leaves have entangled the mustache. Not that the mustache has entangled the leaves. Do you see the difference there? Like, it's made knots of his mustache somehow.
So wait, he's getting like blown
He's
around the
getting
room on the
face-fucked.
breeze with
He's getting face fucked by a leaf. I'm halfway. Stop looking over there. No one's important over there. Stop it. Attempting to save the day, you reached for a ribbon, only to trip on a TV cable, sending you hurtling towards the decorated tree.
How many cables does your TV have these days?
And who has an undecorated tree on Christmas? That's sad. The entire living room became a festive disaster, with lights blinking madly, ornaments flying, and reindeer slippers dancing to their own tune. Oops! Christmas had become one unforgettable calamity.
Well, Isaac, that was a hell of a way to waste 10 minutes of our podcast.
It doesn't make any fucking... This is about how you ruined Christmas. You didn't do shit. Did you open the window, Lewis? It was you.
Isaac, I no.
Did you let the playful breeze in at Christmas? I specifically warned you not to let the playful breeze in. What are all these leaves doing here?
I didn't ruin anything there. I just I did was try to help my mustachioed father-in-law, and I tripped over.
You tripped and went into the tree. So you fucking ruined Christmas. You landed in the tree and fucked it because you're a clumsy cunt. That's what it says at the end.
You fucked it, you clumsy cunt.
Yeah. We could make a way better bot. All right, Lewis. Well, that entertained me. I wonder if it entertained our audience.
I really doubt it. This has been the worst episode of Nothing But Stuff so far.
It kind of has.
Yeah, we've talked about gooses and salmon, playful breezes.
It's because we abandoned the little structure we had. It was like we were lost. Recent. It's not recent stuff, but it's recent. It's Christmas.
Basically, what we've discovered is that our spin-off, regular stuff about, just topical events, is going to go just real bad.
Yeah. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Basically, you fucked the start, let's be honest. You gave me like one-word ansers. There's no yes
No.
No. Just several no's.
I thought you were talking about my song, but no, that was fine. We were all good at that point. We were on par for the course.
I'm so glad you spent like 20 seconds trying to remember that song.
Well, it's not remembering. I was just thinking, how do I end this? And then I thought, I'll do it on the night.
Imagine if you did live TV. You'd just be out so quickly.
No, but then they'd invite me on to Big Brother.
True. And then you'd be out.
There'd be me and Davina sitting there, and she'd be like, I don't know. I hope not.
Why?
I don't know. She perpetuated the reality TV shtick.
Oh, it's all her fault.
I hate her.
It began with her.
Well, she was key. If she'd done a bad enough job, no one would have watched.
True.
Take more pride in doing a bad job.
Just for Lewis. Do you know what else is just for Lewis? My suggestion for the Christmas movie that we watched.
Well, then why did you watch it as well, Isaac?
I thought this film was... What's the French word for masterpiece? Because that's what I'm trying to think of.
It has a certain je ne sais quoi. Isaac, what I would say is this was cinema.
Cinema. What's your favourite word? Auteur.
Jack Frost on IMDb, 1997, 4.7 stars. Not great, but they thought, you know what, it's sequel worthy. Jack Frost 2, Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. Just to really make sure you understand exactly what you are watching.
Okay. So for the audience, we should probably say we're watching 1997's Jack Frost, which you may have guessed from the sequel's title, Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. It involves a mutant killer snowman. So, Christmas horror movie, which it's like its kind of own little genre. And none of them are good, ever. It's like they have to be bad. That's just how it works.
Oh, I've just thought, maybe it's maybe it's like the Christmas cracker joke, where they're meant to be bad, so no one finds them funny. It brings the whole room together. Everyone goes, ah. That's why all the Christmas cracker jokes are bad. But this one lasts an hour and a half.
Ouch. Except Gremlins, that's a decent Christmas movie. Well, it's not actually good, is it?
No, it's not.
It's not actually.
It's like a cult classic, but it's also an absolute piece of shit.
Pulpy trash. Fun pulpy trash. So, Jack Frost. So, this opens with like close-ups of a Christmas tree, camera kind of drifting around, loads of long fucking drawn out credits as they used to do, and someone reading a story to a girl who's doing probably a woman doing a very over the top cutesy voice, like, oh, hello, what happened? And it's just like so grating immediately. And so it's telling this children's story, and you kind of, you get suckered into the usual opening to a Christmas film. But then the storyteller starts talking about Jack Frost gouging eyes and stabbing people in the faces. That's the quote that I took from there. Gouging eyes and stabbing. And the girl enjoys this story, and it has no impact on the film whatsoever. It's just a random little creepy story at the beginning. I think they made, like you said, that sequel was named really obviously Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. It's probably because people were watching it thinking it was a kids movie.
Yeah, I mean,
but go on then. What you got? Give me some Christmas energy.
It starts off, there's like some real fake snow on this real bad sound stage, blowing at this real shitty looking car, which they picked up and painted by hand or something. And they're just like, oh, gee, good thing we've got this Jack Frost killer guy. He's going to the chair. We're going to kill him. Yay!
Yeah, pretty much. So no, on the fake snow though, it's because they went to a place, wherever it's actually set is where it's filmed, and it was supposed to be snow time. It's supposed to be covered in snow, and it was like a drought that year, and they had none. So all the snow in the film is fucking fake. It's all like cotton wool and like paper mache and shit. It's really funny.
Well, didn't they just shoot it somewhere else? Like, do the exterior shots somewhere else?
Yeah, I know. It's they probably
because they booked the Airbnb.
So. there's probably some shots where it's actual snow, but like whenever there's like people interacting with snow, which happens in a movie about a mutant killer snowman.
You mean a winter-based film?
Then it's not snow, and you can tell. No. So there's a prisoner transport going along a snowy road in the middle of the night as usual, and I can't remember how it happens, but does it crash? Or does
they I think they crash, but also before that, Jack has attacked the prison guard guy in the back of the truck and killed him or something.
Yeah, I wrote this must be set in the Steven Seagaliverse because the sheriff's neck snaps really easy. Like Jack just tapped him with a boot, and he was like immediately.
Like paper mache.
Are you vibing Steven Seagaliverse or the Steveniverse? The
Stevaniverse.
The Stevaniverse. Quite like that, but we don't
no, there's
Steven
the Segalaverse. No,
it doesn't work as usual.
What about the Sex Offenders Institution? Allegedly.
Gotta add that
in. For legal purposes, allegedly.
Super allegedly.
Because you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if the first comment we ever get is Steven Seagal just posting and saying, "I'm not a sex offender."
It's just a one star.
I'm not a sex offender. I never touched them kids. Anyway,
so
and then Jack gets like hit with like is it like a goop or an acid or
so
he gets hit with something.
The truck tips over and there's like a compressed gas canister, like a dewar. It's called a dewar, like a big container.
It's getting all technical on us,
and
guys.
It says in capital letters "genetic research" on the container.
Do you have that written on every one of the like mice cages at your work?
Yes.
I'm gonna get you so much hate just because people now know that
I don't go anywhere near the mice. What the people kill mice in this world? Yes,
you
they
just make sure that the people who kill the mice have sharp enough knives.
do. Well, how else are people going to get good lipstick and hair products, Lewis?
I mean, you don't want them being cut up with blunt knives. Come on, people.
I could go into a lot of detail on all that stuff, but I won't. That's a different podcast. That's The Quiet Time with Isaac. Look, we're really not covering this movie, Lewis.
This is the worst episode we've ever done. Merry Christmas.
Merry fucking Christmas. So the truck falls down like the little ravine. This big Dewar canister gets like punctured. And it comes out at like extreme pressure. Like comes out like a fire hose.
Yes.
It fucking destroys Jack Frost. Like
yes.
melts him to the bone.
Yeah, I say Jack ain't looking too well after that blasting.
Yeah,
I've got
they do like some cheap ass SFX, and he just like melts to a skeleton and then into the ice.
Well, what they probably used is a very hot liquid and a very waxy boy, and just melted him down or something.
It looks really and I wrote, because the driver is like still in the car and he can see Frost being melted by the thing, and like you only see his face, but he's just doing like really comical, like ooh, like reaction faces. It's quite funny.
Well, he just, he really took what he learned in his third acting class into this movie, and then he sort of dissolves into the snow, and then they just get this really talented guy under this carpet, under this fake snow, to wiggle around a bit, and it looks real good, is all I can say. And that is 100% how that effect was made.
Yeah,
just a dude under a carpet under some fake snow.
I bet that happens all the fucking time, and we'd be none the wiser.
No, I doubt it happens anymore.
Okay, let's move on to the family, the central family to this.
Our protagonist.
Our protagonist.
What's his name, Isaac?
He is the sheriff, and that's all we need to know.
Indeed.
I do have a couple of names later, but not his.
Fucking typical. And we get to see him with his wonderful wife, his loving child, who makes him a nice bag of shit for lunch.
A nice breakfast, right? Yeah, so it's panning across the room and
By the way, we need to come back to that bag of shit that he makes him for lunch later on, because somehow it's pivotal to this fucking film.
Yeah, I know. So,
God.
So we see it panning around the kitchen. It's like breakfast time, but there's like this. It's like a little boy, right? Is it a boy? Yeah.
Yes, he has a son.
He's what? 12, 13. He's not
young. A young boy.
He's
boy
old enough to know better. You do see on the side just a huge pile of marshmallows and melted chocolate. Like, it's just, if you just got a chunk of chocolate and put it on the side and then took a blowtorch to it, it's just like melted onto the countertop. Mm-hmm. And then
sounds delicious.
The dad sheriff is about to leave, and he's like, "Oh, you can't go without your lunch." And he's like got a spoonful of this slop. It's like
big old bag of shit.
But it looks like shit with marshmallows. And they scoop it into a baggie. That's the sheriff. That's the dad's idea, not the kids. To use a baggie. So he's just got,
easier to throw away.
If you were walking around a park, you would think someone was looking for a bin for their dog shit. Like,
yes. Yes.
Yeah, we will. That will return, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on tight.
But then we're introduced to the other fun cast members of this film, with the only person that actually seemed to salvage a career out of this.
Yes.
The girl from American Pie.
Shannon Elizabeth.
Shannon Elizabeth, thank you. Yeah. So I've just said, the girl from American Pie, boobs.
Boobs. So I wrote...
That's what everyone knows her for.
Yeah, so, yeah. I mean, she hasn't done a lot else.
Saying that, interesting stuff. My new segment lasts about 15 seconds. She was actually the Bond girl in a Bond game, which was the last appearance of Pierce Brosnan as Bond.
Huh. What a little tidbit you have there, Lewis.
Do you know who was the antagonist in that piece? Famous actor.
Will Ferrell.
I thought you were going to get it, and that would be really weird. Willem Dafoe.
Okay.
By the way, wouldn't he make an incredible Bond villain?
Yeah, I can see that.
Just any villain, any villain in any film.
I
Just
think
stick
I've
him
said
in.
before I don't give a fuck about Bond. So we go
Wow.
to a group of happy townsfolk.
Whoa! I don't give a fuck about Jack Frost. I'm picking a Bond film
I
next.
would
You
pick
bitch.
Jack Frost over Bond.
You are mental. You forgot we were talking in detail about the lady that kills people with sex.
True.
You remembered gritty
Can I
detail.
do my next fucking line
Never.
in this scripted show that we do with really good writers?
Yeah.
There's a group of happy townsfolk making fake snowmen. It's like a snowman competition, and they're obviously using like cotton wool and shit. What are you watching? What are you glancing at the side over there? What are you glancing at?
Oh, you'll never know.
Is it
That's
fucking
the
football?
thing.
It's football.
No.
Is it football?
No.
It's a TV
No.
screen. I can see the glow.
Why would you say that?
Changing. What is it?
Hey,
is
everyone at home.
It's football.
What are you talking about?
It's fucking
I
football.
can't see your face, so I can't
can
take you
see
seriously.
turning
There's a
and
microphone
looking.
in front of
and
your
now
face.
you're like, oh, it's the shittest episode we've ever done. It's like, it's you're not fucking paying attention, mate.
What was that?
Turn the fucking TV off. I can see
I
the light.
I'm not on the TV.
Is Tash right there?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I know. She's playing FIFA.
That's very rude.
No. She's playing EAFC.
What the fuck? I don't want to know. Lewis, can we continue with this fucking podcast that we do as a team?
If you'd fucking
Not in
go
this
for it.
weird thruple that you've just created against
I don't
your
know
will.
why there's a microphone right in front of your face. I can just see your nose and mouth, and they're your worst features. Let me see those beautiful eyes.
A group of happy townsfolk making fake snowman, and this boy called Tommy, I wrote down a name.
Is that the one that Shannon Elizabeth is weirdly into?
Yeah, that was my next thing. Yeah, he makes like a super curvy babe, snowman,
Hey, babe.
snowwoman.
A hot
And
chick.
has a really good joke, Lewis. Do you remember the joke?
I don't.
What's the difference between snowmen and snow women?
Oh, is it the snowballs?
Snowballs! That joke is said twice in this movie.
I swear it's said 3 times.
At least.
Because he says it, and then an old man tries to say it, and then it's like a big line at the end.
Yeah, big line.
It is. It's like the cool, like, snowballs.
So I wrote down, Jesus, that's a horny teen girl hitting on Tommy, without realising it was Shannon Elizabeth at first.
My next note here is they go to the scene of a murder.
Yes.
A murder happens,
Yes,
Isaac.
a murder.
And I actually made a note and then had to make a second note about this because there's someone who's been like, he's kind of like shriveled, he's kind of like frozen, he's dead
frozen
on this chair, and he's sitting there, and there's like this shot, you can see the back of this guy's head, he's on a rocking chair, and then like 3 cops standing there, our main detective and 2 other guys, and the chair's like rocking back and forth. And so I made the note of, how is the chair rocking? Are they doing it? Is it haunted? And then it literally, at one point, the detective goes, "Stop that!" And the guy next to him goes, "Sorry." Takes his foot off the rocking chair and it stops rocking. And I was like,
That's
"Oh, okay,
brilliant.
it's the guy." It's the best joke in the film.
And I did the exact same thing. I said, okay, there's a body frozen in a rocking chair. Who the fuck is rocking the chair? Take your foot off the chair. They got me. They got me.
Yeah, honestly, it's the best joke in the film.
It was also, his delivery was really good because he was just like talking about the murder and he could just go, stop it. He's like, oh, sorry. And then just carries on. Why would you be rocking it?
I just love that these guys, like, they live in a sleepy little town, like snow-covered town, and then all of a sudden they have a murder and this guy's just fucking around in the
Just
murder
rocking
scene.
the chair. Quite
So funny. Then my next note here is when we meet the guy. He is in the FBI, is he not? He's not. He says he's in the FBI, but he's not.
Agent Manners.
Possibly?
It's
I
Agent
don't remember
Manners.
the name.
Yes,
Yes.
he's FBI.
And I was just like, my God, this guy is doing some real acting. Like this, Isaac, I'm bringing it back. He's an auteur. He's a real actor.
So yeah, he comes in because obviously the prisoner's escaped. Jack Frost. He's like, I guess like a super terrifying serial killer. They kind of allude to. Like,
But no. He wasn't. That was I as I understood it, he was more in charge of the genetic research, and the fact that had spilt. It wasn't anything. The fact that it was Jack Frost was like a coincidence.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, he doesn't give it.
Coming back to me.
It wasn't like he was on the Jack Frost case or anything, because our detective was the one who caught him.
So you're right. It's about the genetic research and what happens when that spills on the ground, which we'll get to in a minute. And
No
then,
bueno, Senore.
But yeah, so Agent Manners arrives. We also see the kitchen again with the kid making another concoction, and there's shit.
Another bag of shit.
Shit everywhere, and the mum is so fucking done with it, just like walks in, and a bit like Mac and me, just like rolls her eyes and leaves like these fucking kids. It resonated with me. That's all. And then we have our first, not our first death, our first Jack Frost snowman.
He killed the old man.
But we don't see that.
Yeah, on screen.
Yeah.
Killing.
Our first, like, oh shit moment, because there's like a bully kid. It's a bit older, like 16 kind of thing. Fucking asshole, basically.
Yes.
Bullying the sheriff's son, I think.
Why that target? Why would you wouldn't bully the sheriff's son?
Yeah.
The only man in town that would arrest me for this?
There's a few funny bits in this film, Lewis, okay? Because I've written one down here. So these kids are sledding around. And I can't remember exactly what does it, but basically Jack Frost, like, sabotages the route that they're sledding on, and the kid gets fucking decapitated. Like a child. Or he's young man.
16, 17 sort of thing.
Fucking decapitated.
Yes.
And
deserved it.
It's completely deserved. But there's someone says, oh, but like they were saying they were picking on them or something, and someone says, oh, Billy's 2 feet taller, and the mum like whispers, like stage whispers, not anymore. Yeah.
Fucking no, you're a little off the top there, eh, Billy boy?
What I found weird is, like, after that event, tragic accident in their eyes, right? Like, they don't know about this killer snowman.
Yes.
There's, like, zero fuss made afterwards. It's basically forgotten about. Like, a child was just decapitated in your streets, and no one cares.
What I like as well, they sort of turn around and they're immediately to the sheriff's son, just like, you did this. You were involved. Why did you do this? It's just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's just like this. What are you talking about? And then immediately, like, the mum and the dad of the dead boy come there, and the dad is quite upset. You know what I would say? Justifiably upset.
Yeah.
More than reasonably upset, Isaac. I would say he has every damn right to be a little bit upset. Gets angry at the sheriff, and his wife tells him to calm down, and then apologises to the sheriff. I'm just like, wait, did you hate your kid? Like, what is going on?
Calm down, mate. We'll make another one.
Yeah, honestly, it's just like, wait, sorry, what?
But these parents you're talking about right now, they fucking get it, Lewis. They fucking get it hard. I can't remember the exact plot reason. This is one of those reviews where every point starts with, I can't remember exactly why. But
I have this vague recollection of a film I watched 3 weeks ago, and
Jack Frost pursues this kid's parents.
Yes.
The one who got decapitated.
Yes.
To hurt the sheriff? I don't know why. But he goes into their house. The kids, they just lost their kid. It's Christmassy in there. There's decorations up and stuff. And just fucking savages these people. Like,
yes.
He shoves an axe handle so that the handle end first.
I loved that. I'm sorry, but I absolutely loved that. You see a snowman basically in an axe lying next to him. You think, oh, he's going to fucking bury the axe in his head. Next thing you know, he shoved it down his throat with the handle, and the axe head is sticking out his mouth. I was like, genuinely creative.
He goes balls deep with that axe, is what I wrote.
Oh, God, yeah.
He goes so balls deep, just all the way down that throat. So that dad got it pretty bad. Mum got it worse, though. She got her face smashed into the baubles on the tree, or there's a box of them. There's a box. He kind of curbs
smashes it into
a box of baubles, and then ties her or strings her up onto the Christmas tree like a decoration, and
Yes.
she's like mutilated,
Like strangled
on the tree. And it was like, this film's kind of little light-hearted with like this little jokes, and then a kid gets decapitated and his parents get absolutely brutalized.
Yeah, I mean, you could
really badly.
remake this film. You could remake this film into something absolutely horrific. Like you get the right director behind this, and all of a sudden you've got a genuine horror movie. But we did skip something which I do want to just quickly return to. When everyone finds out that the old man in the rocking chair was dead before the little, I say little boy, before the young adult, the 16, 17-year-old dies. It's like a group of concerned citizens in the police station with a detective. They're all getting upset, basically saying, "Oh no, there's a murderer on the loose," and all this. They're I would say fairly justifiably worried. An old man has been murdered.
Yeah.
In their town, and they're worried. But the business sense in this town is not good. But do you know what is the community spirit? Because the guy who owns the gun store says that he's giving a 20% discount on ammo.
Oh, I love the 20% guy. He's just always he's always showing up trying to give 20% to people.
Yeah, he actually has. He's kind of like the sidekick of this movie, is he not?
Yeah, he's like the foil.
But, yeah, exactly. But I just love the fact that I was sitting there. My note here is the ammo salesman is an idiot giving a discount when demand is at the highest. But also, what I'm also thinking is, you know what? That's a man who cares about his community, and I respect that, Isaac. I respect that, and I want to live in a community where we respect and care for each other like that, but without the killer snowmen.
We also find out during the fight, the murder of the parents with the tree and the axe handle. This was a little bit of a revelation for me. Stop looking at the fucking FIFA shit. Stop it. I'll fucking kill you.
It's making a noise. I'm trying to
fucking bullshit.
Get it to turn down.
Just turn around. Like it's easy.
I can't.
I'm fucking dead serious.
My chair will not turn.
Move house then.
I'm trying. Isaac, you forgot though during the scene where it's
going
killing
backwards.
the wife.
Yes.
When it's killing the wife, it plays Hawaiian music, and I don't know why.
It also, he teleports. This is when we learn that he can like melt and freeze however he wants, right? This is when you're like, oh, he's like, they've got this Iceman power.
He doesn't teleport.
Well, he teleports by turning into water, moving, and then turning into ice again.
That's not teleporting.
Okay, no, but it looks like teleporting in the thing because he just like snaps around, right? That's what I wrote because it was my thought process. He kind of like teleports. And then I had this revelation. He could be anything he wants. Why is he a fucking snowman?
Yeah. Could be a big dick.
Why is he a snowman?
Just could be a big dick.
But it's not like the picture on, like you mentioned, the picture on the front of the VHS or whatever shit it is. He's like this terrifying toothy snow, like ragged teeth and horrible eyes. Like he's gonna fucking murder you. But the snowman in the actual film just has like a big goofy smile. Looks like Ronald McDonald's smile.
Yeah, Isaac, because it's a lot more expensive to make.
It would have been much scarier. I just thought it was hilarious every time he's on the screen. And then what have we got? We've got a snowman driving.
Yes, and it looks like it's a toy car. And I don't know why. It's either because the car looks fake or because the scenery around them is on a soundstage and everything looks so bad.
Yes, it does look like that, yes. But he, again, teleports from like rear seat into the front seat and then drives and runs someone over, which I thought was brilliant. How does he drive? I mean, I guess we've established he can make any kind of shape he wants. Does he have little booties? Little sticks?
Do you think he makes a foot with toes, or is it just like a product?
That's what I'm trying to discuss with you. Or does he make little boots that come out, or little hands?
Booties.
Little hands. He's got like several hands.
Or penises.
It could be penises.
He could be a big penis walking around on smaller penises,
and we'd never know.
Well, we would if they showed it in the film. But
well, it sounds like we're onto an idea.
So my next note here, Shannon Elizabeth goes over to her. Now I'm thinking about it as well. Probably much younger co-star boyfriends.
Yeah.
How? They go. Would they go to like?
It's someone's house. Who gives a shit?
Either they found like either his house or an empty house. They have a house.
I don't know why we're sticking on this point.
I don't know. But then they have quite a funny scene where
Yes.
she's just like, let's basically have sex.
Yeah.
Basically, let's have sex. Not let's basically have sex. Missionary and nothing but.
We'll have basic sex tonight.
But then they start doing a sort of undressing scene, but they're both wearing so many layers because
Yeah.
it's in the middle of
It's
this
quite
place
funny.
which is so cold. They do it for like 60 solid seconds of sped up clothes taking off, and then they're still just down to like
Long johns.
their like long johns.
Yeah, they got like the
And then
overcoat, the undercoat, all the, yeah, it's quite funny.
But then she's like, says, "Get me drunk before we go further." She's
Yeah.
like, "Get some wine."
And I'm gonna go have a bath. Oh no, she
Well,
goes for a shower.
She says she's going to go blow dry her hair. I think she says.
Yeah, because it's she's been outside in the snow and stuff, and then
Yeah.
comes out and the bath has been run.
And she's like, "Oh, it's a bath. Fantastic. I'll get
Yeah.
in that." And
Great
she's like,
moment.
"Thanks, Damien."
Tommy.
I don't know what's his name.
Tommy.
That's an American name. And then she gets in the bath, which happens to actually be Jack Frost in water form.
Yeah.
But does that also mean? I mean, evidently he can raise and lower his temperature, because she doesn't get in and is like, "That's a terribly cold bath." She's like,
He's
"Ah."
a water master, and I kind of respect him.
Does that mean, though, that this film is stupid because what he could have
Yes, it
done
does, but
is
carry
been
on.
in a steam form, floated around inside of people, and then just clogged up their lungs and killed them all very quickly and easily?
Sadistic maniac. That's part of it.
So
When you see
killing
him at
people-
the beginning on the prisoner truck thing, he is a fucking psychopath.
And in all fairness, later on, we're close enough to the end now that I don't care about spoiling it. Government, the guy in the research
Manners.
program, he literally puppets him
Yeah,
by
yeah.
going inside of him.
Well, I wrote down that he does it like it's like a bug suit from Men in Black. Like He's kind of like twitching into place and like isn't moving properly and stuff. It looked very much like that.
I do like that in this, though, like, this is skipping a little bit ahead, but when he's speaking to the sheriff, he's trying to, like, style it out, and then he's like, "Oh, fuck it," and just, like, throws the body off.
Yeah, it's got some. So you're laughing, Liz. You said this is a
But
piece of shit.
This was a very long way to get to my next note, which was, does Shannon Elizabeth get naked in all her films? And then I found out that this was her first film, and then her second film, she also gets naked.
Yes,
She gets more naked in the next one.
That's why I said she set a low bar. This is her first
I
film.
mean-
She's like, yeah, I'll take it off.
I mean, for a lot of people, this was 1997. Was this still softcore, family-friendly porn?
Probably. This is how you got porn.
Was the dad taking it down to the living
Yeah.
room afterwards? And it's okay because she's actually 24.
So what else we got? They kind of realise that shit's going down. There's a snowman on the loose. It's Jack Frost. They're putting the pieces together, and they find his Achilles heel, Lewis.
Oh, Isaac, I forgot one more note about the bath scene
You
with
have
Shannon
been
Elizabeth.
Nothing but fucking backtracking. It's because of that fucking TV screen that I can see.
No,
on.
I read through my notes at a leisurely pace. There's a carrot in the bath with her, and it makes it look like she was having a really great bath. Continue with your point.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to get to. Imagine we've glazed over that whole scene, haven't we? I'm just as bad as you. We suck at this.
It looks like the lady's masturbating in the bath with the carrot.
Yeah,
but really,
so
she dies.
She's in the bath, and the audiences reveal that it's Jack Frost as the carrot nose just floating up between
Oh,
her
and he
legs.
fucking brutalizes
And then-
her. It's hilarious.
There's this hilarious scene because he's obviously not made of snow. He's just a giant polystyrene paper mache thing, and her arms go through him, and then he
Yes.
solidifies. So they're like kind of almost in an embrace, and he basically smashes her head
Swings
against
her about.
smashes her head against the like wall, and then has a fucking brilliant like. So she's naked, obviously she's in the bath and she's gorgeous. So she gets murdered the fuck out of, and then his line is, "Looks like Christmas came early this year." I thought that was good.
Anyway, another joke for the dads.
And I thought I'd just throw this one in here as a quick side note. When they realise that's what I was trying to get to, when they realise it's a snowman and then he can change from water form to ice form, someone, I think it's the sheriff, empties his revolver into a puddle and goes, "Damn it, it's not working!" It's like, yeah. That's a puddle, right?
Well, my next note is I for the rest of the film, I don't really have many points about what the actual plot was. It all unravels. Jack Frost goes crazier. They have to, start teaming together. There's a couple people.
They found his Achilles heel.
Yes, antifreeze.
Hairdryers first.
Heat and then antifreeze. But the antifreeze kills him on a molecular level.
You find out that the genetic research bonds your DNA to any material. And then they go super deep and say that it suggests the presence of a soul.
Yeah, that was weird.
They were weird, right?
He was like, genetically there is a soul, and it's just like, well, antifreeze it, it's fine.
Okay, that's slightly odd. But the climax battle of this film is like 6 people holding hairdryers.
Well, that's the start of it, and then it doesn't go well. And then they have to get antifreeze, and then they come back, fill this is America, so they fill the bed of a truck with it, with some tarp in there, and then he body slams because of American football, tackles him out of a window into he's like, be back here in exactly 5 minutes. And then the guy comes back and is there 5 minutes later, and he tackles him out of a window that he can't see through into the back of it. But I'm just thinking, you didn't say where to park.
Yeah. How did that guy know to go there? Exactly there? I wouldn't be able to park in the exact same spot.
Exactly.
It was a lot of faith. Was that 20% guy? Or was he dead yet? I can't remember.
No, that was 20% guy.
Yeah, it's 20% guy. He backs the truck up. And at exactly 5 minutes. Fucking hero of the story, I'd say.
Yeah.
Putting the truck there exactly 5 minutes in the exact spot without any information.
Yeah. Telepathic.
No information whatsoever.
Do you think this film was just the absolute biggest fun to make? Because I reckon they must have all died laughing all the time.
Lewis, you came in this is a piece of shit.
I mean, no. Don't get me wrong. This film is a piece of shit, but it's exactly the sort of piece of shit which I enjoy.
When he falls into this vat of antifreeze, you see this wet snow meat.
Wet snow meat.
Wet snow. That's the episode title, right?
Wet snow meat.
We never normally decide on air, but wet snow meat. Welcome to the Christmas special. Wet snow meat.
Wet snow meat.
But they make a big deal about showing you his meat when he floats to the surface in chunks, and it was it made me a bit uncomfortable, Lewis.
Isaac, I just have to make a little tangent here for a moment.
Is it about wet snow meat?
Exactly, it is. So, do you remember in the hit, somewhat hit, somewhat miss, very much miss in a lot of ways, epic Sam Raimi film Spider-Man 3?
Yeah.
Do you remember the part where Peter Parker has got all cocky?
Everyone does.
Yes, of course. And he goes to the bar where MJ is working, and he's got Gwen Stacy with him.
Hell yeah!
And he's playing the piano, and then he does. And there's this one bit where you see him closing on the microphone, and he just whispers something. I just imagine. I just don't know why, but when we say wet snow meat, I could just everyone go and watch that film. Get to the point where it zooms in on him on the microphone, and just imagine him going,
wet snow meat.
And he's clicking
yeah. Everyone in the bar what the fuck?
Wet snow meat.
I'm gonna stop saying wet snow meat now. But
no, you're not. Please don't.
So this was a very strange mix of too family friendly to be something that you'd sit down and watch with your mates, but also too gruesome to watch with your family.
So what you're saying is never watch it.
Jack Frost ends up getting melted in antifreeze. They put him in antifreeze bottles and bury it underground, and at the end it shows one bottle and it's bubbling away. Oh, will he return? Yes, he will. There is genuinely a sequel.
There's a sequel. Next year, baby.
God. Isaac, what are your thoughts? Floppy, sloppy, or somewhat of a slushy?
Oh, Christmas category.
Oh,
yeah, I like that.
Every film is the slushy.
It's just slushy. It was supposed to be shit. It's good, but it's also shit. It's slushy. Okay, we're only at Christmas, Lewis. I'm only allowing you this Christmas treat.
No, but was it slushy flop or
no? There's no binary.
So we just
slushy.
we don't rate these films. We just talk about them. But we don't give it a rating. We just say it's slushy and move on.
It's slushy.
It is a Christmas film.
The ratings we give are a feeling. They are an element. it's intangible, Lewis.
You get a feeling in your butt with
so
this
if it's
sort of film.
slushy, you know what that means. You just know. It's
Yeah.
like how everyone knows what sloppy means.
Everyone out there, would you care to comment on? I don't know where the fuck you're watching this, but let us know if it's slushy or slushy.
Tell us how to spell that.
I would say this film is obviously slushy. I would drunkenly put it on and not care if no one paid attention when I was chilling with my mates at Christmas, because apparently let's say around Christmas, because no one spends Christmas with their friends.
They should. Hey, Lewis, what are you doing next year? Okay.
No, we're family, Isaac.
Oh, cute. It's funny
Yeah,
because
see?
I have also watched Sisu and made my notes. The notes for Jack Frost are 3 times as long.
Yeah, that's the problem, which we discovered real quick when we started reviewing films. The good ones, you just watch them, and the bad ones, you're just like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? How did they do that? Why
So
did they
it's
do
a comedy
this?
podcast. It's not funny to be like, well, you know, the atmosphere on the cinematography was just divine.
Yeah, I mean, I do
Which it
like...
was. Do you know?
Yeah, I mean, The King is an amazing film. I would watch it once every couple of months. It's great.
Ugh.
However,
Ugh.
I know, probably not that often. But, God, that's why when we do Interstellar, it's going to be a 3-hour special.
We're literally never doing that.
Yeah, we are.
Moving swiftly.
If I just get to pick it. Is that your Christmas present this year, Isaac?
Lewis.
Is it that I'm choosing Interstellar next?
Lewis. I'm not doing Interstellar with you.
You will have to.
If it's your choice of that week, you think Ad Astra went really well.
Oh no, but that was like the fart before the poo.
You said that before, I think.
No, I said something was all fart, no poo.
And I said I stick a salmon in a goose.
Strange euphemisms.
If you want me to, the notes will be ridiculous. I won't be able to shut you up. It will be the end of butt stuff. There will be nothing, and that full stop. Do you get it?
It'll be the spin-off podcast. Nothing.
No stuff.
It's just 2 hours of silence.
No
and we
stuff at
release
all.
it every week.
I have a little RPG stuff. We'll call it a CRPG. A Christmas RPG. A Christmas RPG, not a computer RPG, which is what CRPG actually stands for.
Not a combat rating.
Not a CR. Lewis. I haven't told Lewis what this is. I was about to when we started, but I said, I think it would be more fun to figure it out together.
And we're all about the fun.
So this is a one-page RPG, which I always enjoy for a little gander. You don't stick around on a one-page RPG because it starts to fall apart. It's just a silly thing. So this is designed by a man called Tom Wright.
Isaac, you made the critical mistake of thinking anyone gives a shit about who made this. Let's just crack on.
To credit people, Lewis, it's important. You have to. You're an artist now.
It's not paid content.
It could be. If you pulled your fucking finger out and started watching fucking FIFA.
All right, what's his name?
Tom Wright.
Tom Wright.
Tom Wright wrote The War on Christmas. There is a war on Christmas, and Christmas is winning. You have never defeated Christmas alone. It's time to team up and take down Christmas once and for all.
We're trying to beat Christmas.
Christmas as an intangible concept.
That's not very Christmassy.
Well, yeah. We're going to beat the shit out of Christmas.
Oh my god, are we Jews?
Lewis! Not in this current climate!
What?
I'm going to bleep that out.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
It's all right. One of us is a Jew. Everyone can guess whether it's Isaac or Lewis.
I don't know how to respond to that, Lewis, in this current political climate.
Why do you keep saying current political climate?
Because there's a current political climate.
Oh, who gives a shit? Obviously, people give a shit about that. No one gives a shit about us.
Quick, backtrack and shame. Just like we used to. Backtrack and shame. Lewis, roll me a fucking
We never used to publish our shame before.
No, now everyone knows the shame.
I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5. Lewis, today you are... Okay, have you seen the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Probably not.
So you are the Bumble. Does that mean anything to you?
It means absolutely nothing to me.
So the original Rudolph the Reindeer, which I didn't really
Red-Nosed
see.
Reindeer?
Yeah, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, don't say fucking Rudolph the Reindeer. People are going to be like, where's his fucking nose?
What the fuck's wrong with you? Everyone's going to know who it is.
Yeah, but you got to say it. No one says Rudolph the Reindeer. You either say Rudolph or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Lewis,
Give me this shit.
My fucking point is I didn't really see that film until I met my wife. And
Well, I've never really celebrated Christmas before with the Goldbergs.
Are you going to stick on this one? You were having a good time?
I'm just prodding the bear.
Yeah.
Jew bear.
That's quite funny. Look, can I finish my fucking point? I haven't seen that movie. It's a 1960s claymation movie.
I think I've seen like a little still image of it, but why the fuck would I watch that?
It's so racist and homophobic. It's amazing.
Oh, is it? I might watch it.
So homophobic. There's a.
Why?
Well, it's about like the elves, or obviously like Santa's elves. There's two of them.
Yeah.
One of them just wants to be a dentist, and he's so camp. No one wants to let me be a dentist, and it's like this whole thing clearly talking about being gay, and everyone.
That's a weird.
Everyone
analogy.
fucking hates him. And it's so horrid. And Santa quite clearly says to Rudolph, "Get fucked until you're useful." And then he has a useful nose, and he's like, "Yeah, go and join the team." They're all like, "Fuck that guy." Even Rudolph's parents are like, "Fuck that kid." Like, they're so horrible to Rudolph. It's hilarious.
But is that not? Wait, who made this? Was it Harvey Weinstein?
That's Americans. Anyway, Lewis, you are the Bumble, which you don't really need to know. It's the abominable snow monster from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie. You are a yeti of immense height and strength, and you are enraged by glowing red lights.
My character choice for this is to be creature on Hoth that captures Luke Skywalker.
Okay, sure. That'll work just fine. So basically you just rolled for your Christmas villain that you are playing. Other choices were the Grinch, Scrooge, Hans Gruber could have been interesting, or one of them is just commercialism. You'd have to be commercialism.
Hans Gruber. What did I have to roll to get that?
You want to be Hans Gruber. You want to fudge the dice roll when you could be a yeti.
I just rolled 3 5s in a row. I guess I'm still the
You're
yeti.
the Bumble. Yeah, fuck you. You're not changing it. Roll it again though. Fucking pistol or bombs or something. What'd you get?
Okay, well I got a 3.
3. You've got coal.
I've got coal.
Your item is coal.
Are you fucking kidding
lumps
me?
of coal. You're a yeti with some coal. Can you?
I'm a mining yeti. I dug my own cave.
You fucking hate Christmas. Remember that as well.
Yeah.
We're rolling for the hero now. Your nemesis. Roll a d6, please.
And number 1.
Santa and his elves. Perfect. And his elves. Remember that. They're all there.
He's got a squad.
And roll another d6 because the hero wants to do something.
Number 2.
He wants he wants to come of age without disillusionment.
What
does that even mean?
Santa Claus.
I think that's a joke
Santa
answer.
Claus
wants
to come of age
without disillusionment.
He wants to come of age without being disillusioned about the joys of Christmas. So he wants to still believe in himself.
Yeah.
This is okay. Look, we need to get cracking on this because we haven't even started yet.
No, we're gonna have Santa. He just wants to deliver gifts. Let's just go straight down the middle of it. It's just classic Santa. It's a bit easier.
And I'm gonna beat him with some coal.
Roll me one more d6 because it's the lengths that he will go to deliver gifts.
4.
He will use icicle spikes as stabbing weapons, melee or ranged.
Melee or ranged, or melee and ranged?
Melee or ranged, as in he can do both. I'm the GM. It's his choice.
I'm not happy about this. The
Bumble, sir. You're in your cave with your coal. What are you doing? What have you been doing today? You don't know it's Christmas, but you fucking hate it when you see it.
I am in my cave. I'm aware that it's Christmas or not.
I think you know what Christmas is. You live quite near Santa, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's my neighbour. Like he's
Okay.
like I see him when I go and get my post from the end of my driveway, and I'm
Quite
just
a
like
civilized Yeti.
this cunt, this guy.
Okay.
Like before, like I lived there before he did,
Mm-hmm.
and when he arrived, and he said it was just going to be him and his wife, and then all of a sudden, all these fucking elves pick up, and I hate immigrants. I hate immigrants. So I'm there just thinking, I'm going to clog their drains so their toilets overflow. I'm just plotting to like just screw them over.
And you're just trying to do your mining in your cave.
Yeah, I'm just trying to mine some coal.
Just trying to get some gold, man.
There's
You
no
need coal.
wood. I got to dig. Like I'm a Yeti, but I like to be warm. You know,
Yeah,
I got
gotta
to fucking
cook.
dig up some coal.
Maybe you've got the idea that it's ramping up towards Christmas. It's probably your least favourite time of the year. And Santa and his elves, every single fucking year, fire up that rocket sled of theirs. It sounds like a B-52 bomber or whatever it's called. Is that a shot? Which,
It's against the neighborhood association's noise pollution
yeah, it's
rules.
like a Hercules fucking people transporter plane sound, like firing up at ground level next to your cave.
It's what it is. Frankly, it is just rude.
And what about it this year that just makes you snap? What about it this year which is going to push you towards ruining Christmas for fucking real this time? Forever.
Some of the elves, the Santa illegally harbours on his property.
Yeah, you're gonna write a letter to the county.
They all come on travel visas and they're fucking working. You know what I mean? And when they get there,
Eating on fucking air. Piece of shit.
it's just some delicious gin infused cucumbers. It's like pickles, but for grown-ups.
Sounds disgusting. Carry on.
They keep getting drunk on their off time and wandering into my garden and pissing on my snow,
There's yellow snow everywhere.
which I use for my water source.
Okay.
Over my fire, I melt down my snow,
Okay.
and frankly, it's rude.
The engine is just blaring in the background. So has one of these elves just stumbled into your zone, your designated area right now?
So I am in my cave,
I want this to go. I want this to
and
get some action.
where my smoke goes up through my chimney,
Uh-huh.
I see a little bit of piss coming down, and I go, one of those fucking dickhead elves is up there, and you know what I do? Can I do something straight away?
You can do whatever you
Or
want.
do you have
it's
to set the
RPG.
scene? I just, in fury, reach up, throw my hand up through the chimney, and grab the little elf dick and rip it off.
Okay,
Just pulling
you
it back down through the hole.
You attempt to do that, but we are going to roll. So
Okay.
in this game, it's a D6.
1 or 2
You
d6.
could- only one. Let me tell you the rules. Stop rolling.
I haven't
Stop
rolled
rolling.
yet.
If you succeed on a 5 or a 6, if you're acting with your advantage, which I say you are, because they don't
Mhm.
know you're coming, or using your equipment, you're given your coal, you get +1s for those two things. So you could make it a success on the 3, but you have a success on a 4 now.
Okay.
Have you rolled?
I shut my arm. Yeah, I rolled. I got a 5.
A 5,
I
you did
did.
it! Success! You won Christmas. The war is over.
I got the elf penis.
Yeah, so you can do whatever you want to this fucking elf.
What? His penis has been. I don't pull the elf through the hole. I pull his
you're
penis
just-
through the hole.
You're just ripping his. So the.
I'm basically sending a message.
So, yeah, you are. The yellow liquid drizzling down your, I imagine, ice chimney, becomes.
It's
a
more like a
torrent.
hole that the smoke goes up through from burning my coal.
Yeah. It turns into a
and-
torrent of blood just pouring through. Do you relish the blood, or this is just a means to it?
I take no joy in ripping off elf cock, but
You're a yeti, remember? The abominable.
yes,
snowman.
but that's not the no. I'm. It's beneath me. I want like, what the fuck is up north? Seals. There's no penguins up there, so seals. I like seal blood. I like
Okay.
eating seals. clubbing them, clubbing, seal clubbing.
I love clubbing.
I
run the local seal clubbing club.
I sell MDMA down at the local club.
And then we go clubbing.
Yeah, just...
Does that still exist? It was a really big deal back in the day, and I don't know if it's still a thing.
What, MDMA?
No, clubbing tiny baby seals for now.
Oh, I mean, you got to get soft booties somewhere, don't you?
I mean, rich people, eh? Okay, you've taken his penis off. You hear elf-like scream. What kind of elves are these? Are these like kind of zombie elves? Are they?
No, like Legolas elves.
Legolas. Just really tall, slender, and gorgeous.
Really tall. No, they're classic Christmas elves.
Okay.
They talk like this.
So you got a handful of cock and balls, and
more like a thimbleful.
and a couple of
They're not big.
ribbons with jingle bells on that kind of jingle as you pull them into your hand.
I got the cock and one testy.
Okay.
I
And,
leave them with one testy.
you hear the screaming from the top of your cave, and
I fucking warned ya.
are you doing anything else? Is that your that's your message?
No, I am leaving the entrance of my cave.
Okay, you can see him running, trail of blood, back towards Santa's grotto.
And I've come out with a big, meaty bit of coal.
Just one.
And I just fucking whap it at him. I'm trying to hit him on the head.
Oh, you're trying to do that classic like long range headshot.
Yeah, just like arcing it over. Let's say there's two of them.
Okay.
I'm trying to hit the one that's like at the back, struggling, blood.
Yeah.
Coming out of where his cock was.
Yeah, yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, that'll get you.
Let's roll. Let's see. You're using your equipment. You've got your advantage. They're not looking. You can have a 3 on that one. See if you can roll a 3.
Well, I did roll a 2.
So you failed. I think it just lands short on this one, and it makes you angrier. They got away with this. They're going to report you. Maybe is there any kind of remorse? Maybe there's I gotta hide this. Maybe I should murder them quickly before they get away. Or what's the kind of?
It's more of I sit there thinking, look, I've put lots of letters into the homeowners association, and the fact that I've now snapped will just hopefully mean that they now act.
Yeah, they've been ineffective. This is administration, really.
I feel like he's got some sort of monopoly. He's on the board.
Yeah.
I've been
presents.
Exactly. Like he arrived after me, but he schmoozed his way onto the board.
I know the type.
He got himself on there before I did, even though I was next in line. You know what I mean?
You know that's dodgy.
Like,
you know it's
yeah.
dodgy. So,
Yeah. He's slipping mistletoe into the hands of the right people.
So these witnesses are escaping and victims. What are you going to do? What's the pursuit?
Do I have to pursue? Will they help the story if I pursue? Okay, I don't want to pursue. I get a big pile of bloody bloodcock. I get but I sort of wipe it across under my eyes like war paint.
Okay, yeah.
And draw like little elf ears on the side of my head, and I just stand there, and I just start roaring. I like as a challenge, like you fucking done this, now you fucking unleash the beast, baby.
Okay.
And I start walking up and down the perimeter of my land where it meets his, and I'm just standing there, just like, you wanna fucking go? You always fucking come here, you and your fucking elf coming over here, taking our jobs.
Okay, I think you see the guys, the elves, get back to the grotto where that jet engine sled has been obviously testing its engines for the big day, and you see them reach like the front bit of the sled. It's got like a kind of cockpit, and the engine goes quiet, and the cockpit kind of opens, a bit like a Harrier jet or something. It like kind of slides backwards, and you see this kind of rotund man wearing red, white, big white beard. It's Mrs. Claus. No, it's Santa Claus. He stands up at the end of his plane, kind of looks over. It's hard to see. How far away do you live from this guy?
30, 40 metres back to
not
the
too far.
property. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see that he's like looking at you.
I go, what the fuck do you want, Nick?
"Oh, I'm just trying to run an honest business. You've taken one of my children's penises. Not very Christmassy of you."
I don't know why, but because after that last bit he's gone sort of Cockney. He goes, "You fucking brought all over the..." He's gone full EDL is what he's gone. He's
think-
like, "You bring over these people, they're undocumented, stealing our jobs."
You hear the engine start to power up again. That blue jet coming out of the back of the sled, and you just see a hand kind of come out of the cockpit, like flipping the bird backwards at you, and it turns the whole sled until like the jet engine is kind of facing towards you, and he puts it into overdrive. Fuck you and your physics, it's gonna work because I said so. And it's just like blasting you in the cave. All your belongings are being like jostled, Lewis. They're being jostled, and it's very uncomfortable. Your cheeks being kind of pushed back and gibbering like in a cartoon. This is his retaliation.
Has he flown off, or is he just blasting?
He's just blasting you.
Okay. I calmly, for the moment, turn around and walk back into my cave, shutting the door to my cave, because my cave has a door.
The cave door, yeah.
Well, what I'm doing is I'm having flashbacks to my time in Narb. I get out my pickaxe and my shovel, and I start going to work, and I am going full Vietcong tunnel style, and
Okay.
I'm digging traps under the snow, I'm digging pits, I'm digging machine gun entrenchments, and this is all a blinding network underground.
At comical speed.
Bugs Bunny level speeds, building this network underground.
So much coal.
At which point, at the end, when I'm normally fully white, I'm now covered. It's so much in coal, just mere inches under the ground, that I am now entirely black, apart from the blood which I war painted with earlier on. Mere inches under the ground. Yeah, they don't realise what a rich resource of coal the Arctic is. Otherwise, it wouldn't exist anymore. Thank God. Save the whales or whatever. I don't fucking know.
Whatever. Fuck 'em.
Save
Club
the
them
whales.
seals.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's go clubbing.
Nothing but stuff. Let's go clubbing.
Let's get stuffing while we go
Just
clubbing.
a logo of just like a club in a seal's head.
Can we get our artiste who made our logo to do like one of us just standing there smiling, holding a
dead
club, and the
seal.
other one made up like a seal?
Oh, never. yeah. So like, I'm the seal.
Yeah, I was going to say, you definitely have the look of the seal about you. Anyway,
That is brilliant.
this is future business stuff.
Anyway, sorry, we got distracted from the inches
I'm
of coal.
doing my Vietcong.
Yes,
I'm basically turning my garden/home into a Vietcong style jungle, but it's all just a flat snowscape on the top. And then what I'm doing is using Uber Eats. I'm ordering a takeaway, and then I'm giving the guy an extra 20 quid to just drop it to drop the invitation to Santa's house, just very slightly down the road, in which inside it will say, "Dear Nick, we've had some bad blood," and I've written this in elf blood for a while.
You got a little pen.
And frankly, it's not in the festive spirit, so I invite you and all of your perfectly legal, documented workers to come over to mine for a sherry, a glass of milk, and a cookie.
Roll your fucking dice. No advantage, no nothing.
5.
Fuck's sake, I want you to fail.
My watch just gave me a bedtime reminder, so I must call the podcast over now, Isaac. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming, everyone, to Nothing But Stuff. Yeah, it gives me a bedtime reminder.
Okay, so he's going to accept your invitation.
Excellent.
I kind of wanted to refuse. I had a whole string of thoughts to do there, but I'm going to do this one.
Mr. Claus, Mrs. Claus, and the elves and all of his children.
All of his children are going to...
Who must walk. Please
Walk
make sure the
across the
children
field.
walk in front of you and your wife.
Please witness. So you hear the engine power down.
I mean, how long is it? This has taken me a while.
Yeah, he thinks he's been blasting you. He's still
I shut the door.
It's still blasting. The door's
It's
like shaking on its
barricaded.
hinges. It's
Basically,
a lot of noise.
A lot of the dirt a lot of the coal I've dug out from under the ground is now packed up against that door. It is impenetrable.
So your tactic is to let Santa just walk into your trap.
I'm letting him walk into my trap, just like the Americans, baby.
Just like the American. So you were
Welcome
Vietcong.
to Da Nang.
When you were in Nam, you were Vietcong. you weren't the American.
No, I wasn't. I didn't have that thought. I thought he just learned it, but I prefer your way.
Yeah, he was Charlie.
So I'm a Vietnamese Yeti.
Amazing. Okay.
I was about to do an accent. I'm not going to.
So, I mean, it's RPG stuff, but it's also Christmas, and I don't want to dwell on things too
Racist
long.
stuff.
Give me a little quick rundown. Give me like 6 elves and Santa and Mrs. Santa. How do they get demolished by your trap? How are you stopping Christmas this year?
Okay, so effectively what I've done carefully at the very beginning is almost made a ring around where I know they will enter, which I propped up underneath with wood and sticks under the snow. After they pass that, all of those, I pull a rope, all of them come out, so they're surrounded by like a pit of spikes, and then every which way they try and go, there's either more spikes or traps or landmines,
what kind of
or I
traps?
just pop up, or I just, or out of like a little mound, there's a machine gun nest, and then all of a sudden they're just standing there, just like, oh, let's go and see what these presents we've got him for Christmas. And they've obviously bought me a present. They think I'm making peace, and then all of a sudden, you
got a cigar.
What do they call them? What are the shots that you can see? They make like, tracers. Thank you. As the tracer rounds fly into Mrs. Claus, and some of the elves, he's like, it's like an M42 from MG42 from World War II. You remember that game in COD? That's amazing. A fantastic machine gun, very, very high rapid fire. As I start mowing them down.
So this just massacre slaughter field of Vietcong.
I mean,
traps.
but there are like probably 200, 300, 5,000 elves. I don't know how many.
You killed a lot. 5,000 is maybe too much.
No. That's how many he's brought.
Oh, he's brought, I think, like 40.
That's all that's in the workshop. I invite them all.
They're magic. They're magic, Lewis.
And sweatshop workers.
Magic sweatshop workers, yeah. It's amazing what a whip will do.
I'm going low level with the fire. I'm taking out kneecaps for... what would be Santa's kneecap level? It's like chest level for the elves.
Okay,
Absolutely mowing them down.
Bit of both, yeah.
You know, they're running in different directions. Some are falling into pits. Some are having like almost like a book closing, like spike traps that they step on. There's a few landmines going off that I have left over from Nam. Things like that. Mrs. Claus, she desperately she's had both kneecaps taken out. She's going, Nicholas, help! And sort of turns around, scratching over the ground. Hand falls down on a landmine, blows up, and Saint Nick, who I've almost tried to avoid up until the end,
Save for last.
but then the machine gun goes eerily quiet. He calls out, Phil, which is my name, which I'm just letting you know now.
I'll do it. What have you done, Phil?
That's a 50 cal goes through both kneecaps from the side.
Oh, Lewis. You're
Yeah.
just gonna shoot him to death.
No.
Okay, fuck you. You shoot both his kneecaps. It connects. But as soon as it kind of goes through the first one, something weird happens. It goes like a shimmer of colour for a second as Santa's form that you have shot at just kind of melts into like a pile of presents. You you hear just a whisper behind you. There's just like quite a warm breath. Smells a bit candy, peppermint scented from right behind you. He says, "I've got a list and I'm checking it twice." And
I dodge. I immediately fall to the floor. Immediately I drop.
I want to see the roll.
It's a 4.
It's a 4. You feel icicles stabbing down through both shoulders. He's kind of like come down on you. 2 huge icicles. They stick out and they kind of attach you to the side of your own trench as you are jammed down. And he grabs the back of your hair, pulls your head back, and he says, "You just murdered my whole family. This is the worst Christmas ever." And just starts punching you in the face.
He gets a good few hits in, and then I just start laughing. Laughing my head off.
He gets tired.
Cackling.
What's so funny? Ho, ho, ho.
And I just go, You brought so many fucking elves, but you didn't remember. You didn't remember to have yourself. And I just, my stabbed arm comes up with a tiny little remote to say, "Have a merry little Christmas." And I press it. All of these tiny little candy cane mines shoot out of the ground and then explode like hedgehog mines.
Okay.
Killing all of us, taking him down with me. And as I see the life... Well, you tell me what happens, but what I want to do is that I'm just taking us both out. I'm just being like, you know what? Fuck you. You're taking me down. I'm taking you down.
I like it. I like the drama.
Okay.
I like that you played Hans Gruber, but a Yeti.
Yeah. I used his own weapons against him.
Yeah.
And as he's there, just on the floor, just like the candy cane shards have pierced his lungs, and he's down the floor dying. I just sort of drag myself across to him, grab hold of a bit of his beard, rip it off his face, and just go, "Ho, ho, fucking ho," and just get one last candy cane, stick it down his fucking throat.
And that'll be all from Nothing But Stuff. So Lewis has gone for a piss. It's just me here. Pretty sure I can hear his wife screaming on the other end. Let's listen closer. There's definitely some noises. Murmurs. Perhaps tickling. Perhaps more. I will listen closer. I will imagine myself at their door listening ever closer. I hope Lewis can hear me while he is touching his wingle-wangle. I hope he thinks about me whilst touching his wingle-wangle. Just give it a little tug. A little tug for Isaac. Don't like this Jew thing he's doing. What's with the Jew stuff? It's bad form. Very bad form. I'm probably going to cut it all. He's definitely not just weeing anymore. You can hear him zinging or something? Zinging? I think that's zinging.